Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well. We've been off the YouTube scene here now for a couple of weeks. We apologize for that, but we've been kind of busy. As you can see, we're back at our cabin now. Probably been back in North Dakota for about 3 weeks, but we haven't really been staying here. We've been staying at Kristen's folks the past 10 days, watching their dogs for them while they went on vacation. Which kind of turned out well for us, as we're kind of running low on wood and we're still getting some pretty cold days out, so it kind of helped us out there for a 10-day stretch of not using wood. Hopefully we'll be able to make it through until the nights stay warm so we don't need to have the fireplace going. For sure we're going to be putting in a propane type of heater next year and just use firewood sparingly. But anyways, on this video, we're going to kind of talk about our experience with the border control down in Texas. As you guys know, if you've been watching our video, we just kind of were down the southern area of the country here, and we were in Tucson, Arizona, and we went to New Orleans, and New Orleans was really fun, but we didn't really post any videos after Tucson. We went to Tucson, went to the Gem and Mineral Show, and after we were done getting our supplies there, we were going to head all the way to New Orleans, and we drove all the way through there with one exception. We had one problem on the way there. I'll tell you about that as soon as this train... Alright, the train's gone by. I'm going to have to try to make this quick because I think the battery's going to die on the camera. But anyways, we left Tucson and we're planning on driving all the way to New Orleans, which is 1,400 miles, about a 20-hour drive. And this is our first time going to Texas, and I'm kind of excited to see what Texas looks like. We only drove through about an hour with daylight still before it got dark. But right after it got dark, we got to a border control station. And right when we were pulling in, there was a group of guys right in front of there that had some canines there, and we stopped. Then somebody asked us some questions. One of the guards asked us a question, where are we United States citizens? Of course we said yes. Where we're heading, we were told them we're going to New Orleans. How many people were there? And we just said just us two. Then they kind of asked, well, how far do you live from
Botno, North Dakota.
Botno, and we don't go up there that way too much, but I figured it was about 2 hours away, so I told them that. And then they said, well, we're going to have you step out of your vehicle. And we kind of asked, well, why is that? And well, they said, well, our canines were hitting on your vehicle as you pulled into our station here. And, you know, there's no reason for the canines to be hitting on our vehicle. We had no illegal substances or are hiding anybody, but you know, reluctantly we kind of said, you know, okay, that's fine, you can search a little bit, but please be careful of my camera bags. I got a lot of camera gear in behind my seat, so please be careful around there. Don't have your dog jumping around on them. So we exit the car, they take us into their station there. I'm a little nervous because they're kind of treating us, you know, suspiciously. You know, we're not sure what's going on. It's dark in a state we haven't ever been before, 30 miles from the Mexican border. I don't have anything against Mexicans, but everyone was Latino down there, speaking Spanish. I think that was one of the things that kind of got to you too. You know, we're at our border control station and we don't speak Spanish and we don't know what they're talking about to each other. But anyways, I said I had to use the bathroom. So they're all suspicious, saying, why do you got to use the bathroom? But anyways, before I go in there, they throw me against the wall and frisk me all, you know, interrogating me. And then have me go to the bathroom while they watch, have the door open. I'm told not to flush the toilet so they can look inside of it. And then I go to my seating area, and throughout that process, we're just kind of sitting waiting for them to go through our vehicle and stuff, and Kristen Want to tell him how you kind of felt?
I felt uncomfortable the whole time. Like he said, when we got out of the car, they made me carry the dogs out of the car. Then I was standing there waiting for him to tell me what to do, but they were speaking in Spanish to each other, so I had no idea what they were talking about. And then they treated me poorly when they told me to go inside the building. And I went in with the dogs and sat down, and some guy was sitting there just shaking his head and discuss at me like I'd done something wrong. And I had no idea what was going on, so it was just really uncomfortable situation.
Yeah, it was definitely, you felt like you were getting interrogated quite well.
I didn't feel safe, yeah.
Obviously,
Like
we're from North Dakota. We don't look like we're illegal immigrants. We speak good English. There was no reason to go and bother us. I think that's the main reason why they took us out, is because we were from North Dakota and they just wanted to harass us a little bit. Eventually, they came back, said they didn't find nothing in the car, which really confuses me, because I was asking the guy, I was like, well, there's nothing in there, so what could the dog be hitting on? If you're going to search my vehicle, obviously you're going to find something, right? Because your dog was hitting on something, was he not? And, they couldn't give me an explanation of why the dog was hitting on him. I was just like, well, I heard before that the dogs will hit on vehicles that either have dogs in them. We have dog treats and stuff in there that maybe the dog was hitting on that, and they're like, well, are you a dog handler? Are you a dog handler? And at this point, I'm getting a little kind of annoyed, and I kind of am a smart ass, so I'm like, well, yes, I am a dog handler. I got 2 little dogs right here, and they just kind of smirked and, whatever. That was that. But eventually we were on our way. Eventually got to New Orleans after that with no more problems.
I believe the dog broke some of his camera gear, though.
I had some packs of film
They didn't
that
listen
the dog
to our
had
requests.
smashed on some Polaroid film that they stepped on, and broke a couple packs of that. And we had bought some food too. Then the dog had smushed in our bread and popped open a bag of chips and stuff that weren't opened yet. But yeah, it was really kind of strange. I mean, we're not from down there, so we're not used to the border control harassing you like that. I'm not sure if that's how it is always down there, but yeah, they need to do something different about that, because we definitely didn't feel safe. But just thought we'd let you guys know our little experience about the border control station down in Texas. Got a couple videos coming on the way, and some updates with the cabin as well that we'd like to let you guys know. Just been busy, been editing photos and trying to get some books together, and also working on my paintings, and Kristen's been working on Etsy stuff. We'll also be posting a video probably after this on our Etsy page, and just so you guys, some people have been asking, wanting to know what our Etsy page is and to look at some of our merchandise. So there's some new stuff up on there, so hope you guys are doing good out there, and we'll talk to you more frequently here in the future. Bye.
Bye. Happy spring.